A little chilly out here today. Walk around town. Yeah, fucking chilly out here, man. Ooh, man. Fucking windy out. Fucking flag is moving a lot. Cold as shit here. Excuse me. I'll turn this off. Yo, what's up, Lucas? What's going on, man? I'm just walking around town, fucking bored here. I saw something at the Falls Park that they have like these lights glowing or something. It's like Christmas lights. Go check it out, see what it looks like. I think they have them on tonight throughout January. So I was thinking about doing Lyft, like trying to make some money out of the gig app, but I'm fucking too tired today, you know. Do you have a destination? What do you mean by that? I'm like walking downtown here, and then once I get downtown, there's a way to get to the Falls Park, and it takes like 10-15 minutes to walk. So I'm gonna do that today, and then I'm just gonna come home and chill out, I guess, you know. I just don't feel like doing the gig apps today. Don't want to hear drunk people fucking talking about superficial shit and try to be obnoxious, you know. That's what I was doing with last weekend here. People asking me too many questions and stuff drunk. It's kind of annoying. Pain in the ass. Yeah, I feel that, man. I'm not going to any family gatherings either. Good for your health, you know. And I be around family that is toxic, right? You'll be around family and they'll be asking too many personal questions, trying to put you down at the dinner table or something. F that, you know. Don't blame you. I wouldn't go if you can, right? What's up, Shay? What's going on, man? Walking around town, already hearing people revving their engines with their trucks. Guy had like a big exhaust pipe, fucking smoke was coming out, you know. No problem, Selwood. I appreciate that, man. I mean, I try to make my videos kind of be relatable to people in ways. I try not to make it about me. So, I appreciate that. Yes, I want people to not struggle and be able to overcome their pain and suffering, but there's times where it can be very hard and not everyone's able to, you know, it's just messed up. What happened with the VPN sub, with the PayPal? It's good that it got resolved, though. I hate when things like shit on I purchase something and it just something goes wrong, and then you have to like call customer service or something like that for whatever it is you're doing online, and it's just a pain in the ass, you know. What's that mean? They didn't turn off auto renew. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I guess one step at a time, you know. I know when I feel like garbage, I do like self-destructive behavior too. I'll smoke a lot of cigarettes or something. Especially when I was homeless this year. I was so stressed out. I can't believe like it was happening. I thought I was gonna help my dad with his business, and I just was sleeping in the cemetery. I was staying in like Motel 6s and shit. It just stressed me out so much, you know. Not easy, but I guess if you want to go to the gym, just take it slow, you know. Try to make it, listen to your body and don't overdo it. If you do it, you may not be able to go. It's like take it one step at a time. They didn't do it. That's not good. Maybe they might be low staff or something. The customer service, making it kind of difficult to reach someone to get some help, you know. Yeah, I was living out in my car for a bit, yeah. Like, I would be going to that cemetery where I would do those videos, and I was sleeping in my car, like parked somewhere random at the cemetery. And then when I didn't sleep good in my car that well, I would try to go to a motel, or I would try to sleep it off in the car, then sleep in the mausoleum. That's what I did over there. It was hard to deal with. I was thinking about sleeping in that couch where I would do those videos where you guys would see me sit down and do them, but there was a cockroach there and I couldn't even sleep in that couch. It was kind of terrible. Sucks. Yeah, I feel that, man. Nothing wrong with doing weed or shrooms, and it helps you out, you know, and you do it with self-control. It doesn't affect your life. There's nothing wrong with those things, you know. What's up, Rye? Yeah, Christmas shit here. I'm in town. I live near downtown, so there'll be a lot of people here. It's not as much as you think, though. It's actually dead here most of the time, from what I've seen. Plan to do roommating in Montreal. That'll be cool, man. Why not? Take a break from your hometown, just chill over there for a bit, you know? Yeah. It's hard to find a good job out there. Sometimes you may get a job, but most of the time it can be just garbage. A lot of times you'll work with like toxic coworkers, or the pay isn't that good, or it's just stressful, not easy. And some places like just are hard to get a job. They just don't have a good job market, and they have a high unemployment rate, making it harder to get something, you know? Want to see if you can land a job there? Yeah, I'll do your research, see what you can find, and what you're capable of doing, you know? Nothing wrong with that. Say if you do live there and you don't you have a hard time finding a job, you can do a temp agency too. Could find like a temp job that could possibly be a full-time job, you know? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I mean, especially when you're living in like this country, you definitely need a car to get a job. Places are far apart, and it's like a lot of places don't have good public transportation. The only good places I know of are like Philly, where I'm from, and New York City, basically. And that's it. Like everywhere else is kind of like you need a car everywhere. It sucks. Well, that's good. Now you have a dependable car to drive around, you know. It just sucks that you would like to use that car for fun more, but a lot of times you use that fucking car. A lot of times you use that car for going to work, you know. Man, what's up with these dudes like trying to say some shit in these pickup trucks? That's a South Dakota thing or something, trying to get you to react, you know? Weirdos, you know? Man, I don't like living here, man. These people are weird here. Yeah, give all the money to the landlord. Yeah, right. Just to give like half your paycheck to a place that you have to live, right? It makes you just want to live in your car at that point. Like, what's the point in signing a yearly lease when you can barely save and everything's going to rent, you know? It's terrible. And then, like, you don't have enough money to go somewhere else or find, like, a better paying job, so it's like you're stuck signing another lease that's like first and last, and you're depositing, you know? It sucks. Yeah, right? You stay in your car, you save money. Yeah, there's cons of staying in the car too, but at least you don't have to pay all that money towards rent, you know? What's up, Gamer Stance? Yeah, I don't blame you. I get tired of this fucking living shit too. Even though I have things that I guess I'm grateful for, but I get tired of this bullshit too. I don't even know if I want to go to this job I want to go to. I'm debating about it. It's making me stress the fuck out, you know? That boss just... I don't want to deal with a passive-aggressive boss all the time, you know? Yeah, the trucks, yeah. These people like to show off their pickups here a lot. They like to yell out shit. Yeah, I'm not crazy about it, you know? I mean, Philly's very similar with certain stuff, but it's a little different with how they show off. They both suck. Nah, I'm in South Dakota. I moved up here. When I was homeless, I made a really quick decision to figure out where I wanted to go, and my mindset was to live somewhere far away, and I could find a place to be affordable. This was it right here. Like I'm living like in Sioux Falls, pretty much. And I didn't really think about the weather here. I wasn't really thinking about things to do, or now I'm starting to like kind of, it's hard to function living here, even though I'm able to afford the apartment and stuff like that. It's like I really want to maybe go back to Pennsylvania, or maybe go somewhere else if I'm able to save enough to go somewhere else besides my hometown, you know? I mean, there's good things about here. I mean, the nature, and I guess like commutes are close. But I don't like the people here. A lot of people seem passive aggressive, and a lot of people just seem too family oriented. It's too family oriented here. I'm just not crazy about it. Yeah, normie takeover. Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much everywhere. Yeah, life is like a football game, yeah. I agree, man. I'm just heading to Falls Park up here. It's like 10 minutes. I heard there's like, they put on some lights there. I kind of want to see it, so. It's like some Christmas light stuff. Be kind of cool to sightsee it or something. Yeah, I understand, man. I mean, my dad lived with my grandparents for a long time. My dad never really moved out. Once my dad divorced, like my dad just stayed with his parents and he just lived there for a long time. Feel like it's the norm, you know? I wouldn't be ashamed if you have to live with your parents, if you get along with them. You could save your money, you know? It just seems tough to try to live on your own, which is pathetic, you know? Yeah, I mean, I think morals are subjective, you know, in ways. That's what I think. My job, I'm a landscaper. I'm thinking about leaving because I don't like the boss I'm working with. I mean, I was doing like hardscaping, which is like kind of doing pavers and building retaining walls, and then I would do like cutting grass, and I would be planting a lot of trees with this company and plants. Snow removal, I've done that here already, which is, it snows early here. So I'm really debating if I want to just quit and just try to find something else. So I don't know how I could handle like the people at the job, you know. People are already leaving this job already. It's just this guy doesn't seem to handle his business well or something. Just a lot of red flags, and I don't like it, you know. Yeah, yep. You can remove your seats. Like, if you have to live in your cars, remove the back seats, and you could put like a mattress that could fit in the back, you know. You could possibly do that. Like my brother is doing that shit right now. He's actually really thinking about living in his car too. He's just want to just do DoorDash and do that because he's doing trucking, but he's starting to not like it because of how the hours are long, and they even though it pays okay, it's just hard on your body, you know. It's not easy, that shit. So a waste of money. I'll say yes and no. I'll say when I was homeless, I didn't know where to go, so I can't really put myself down all the time, like moving up here. I think I had a lot of balls trying to move up here. You know, I didn't know anybody, and I had a very limited times. I was wasting my money fast, and I didn't want to go broke and more problems, so that's what I did. I moved up here quick, and yeah, I'm not liking it. And yeah, it does feel like a waste because I'm having a hard time settling down here, and I'm just not crazy about the weather, and the jobs are, I kind of have a difficult time keeping a job here. So it's tough, I'll say. It's a yes or no. I mean, I like being on my own. I like my apartment. I liked how I went to Mount Rushmore and stuff, but I don't like living here, though. It's very isolating. It's just it's just tough. That's all I gotta say. Do I miss that cemetery? Yeah, sometimes. It was a good place to chill at. There's sometimes I'll just chill there, like, without doing videos. That mausoleum, I'll sleep in that couch sometimes. Because they would open 24 hours somehow. They would never lock it. And I used to work there, so I kind of know my ins and outs at that place. So yeah, right. Like, I think the morals can, I mean, I think everyone can agree that rape is wrong, you know? But I guess, like, with certain situations, like, if, say, someone broke in your house and someone, like, killed the person there, someone may think that's wrong. You should have just, like, not done that. You should have just injured the guy, you know? Because it's still murder, you know? It's hard to explain, I guess. Maybe it's like if the government sends the military out to war and soldiers are killing others, right? Yeah, it's murder, still is, but people think it's acceptable because you're fighting for your country and shit like that. So it's like, that's like kind of like the subjective part, you know? What's up, black hole? Yeah, it is cold, yep. This is what I'm trying to see. This over here. And those fucking lights. Kinda cool to see that, I guess. Yeah, I don't like the cold here, man. Way too cold. Messing with my moods, you know? Yeah, I mean, I think there's good and bad, but I don't think there's 100% good or bad. I think people have all bad and good in them. Some people have more good than bad. Some people have more bad than good. It's just, you know, it's just all about survival and trying to compete and trying to get this quality of life. And people should question that, of course, but they don't, you know. Yeah, I guess the one thing, I guess, living in a van, because I never done that before, probably have to be very vigilant and kind of make sure that everything is locked, make sure that you're in a place parked and no one's gonna break in, you know, because I guess it could be random, right? And it's like you gotta be prepared. Maybe look up some stuff, you know, how people do it. Like, I know Set My Own Way done it. Looks like he didn't have a bad time in there, you know, for a bit. But I guess maybe the weather too. I think that's something you gotta watch out for when you're doing the van life, depending on where you live at. Like, if it's too hot or if it's too cold, you may have to stay at a motel or hotel or something for a bit, you know. It's like it's tough to live in the van when the weather's like harsh, you know, and it's not easy, but I guess it could be doable. I just don't know. I never done it. So what's up, Forced Reality? Kind of, I'll say I'm not feeling that good, to be honest with you. It's kind of, I'm really debating if I want to leave this job. It's like affecting my health right now. It's this guy's like passive aggressive. He's trying to blame shift onto me and my other coworker. and he's micromanaging all the time. I dealt with it for a little while, and it's starting to kind of annoy me. And I always have these type of people at these jobs that are toxic in the past, and it just makes me shut down now because of how, like the past experiences of how I dealt with them. I just can't deal with that shit too much. It's getting to the point where it's not tolerable, like the toxicity at this company. Yeah, pretty much. Another boring weekend. Sometimes I just kind of want to go out and walk around at night, just kind of see what's out there for a bit. Yeah, the Thunder are doing really good this year, just like how they won the chip last year. They're gonna have a good season. They have a good depth. Even though like their stars are injured, they're still playing well, Yeah, they don't really mean much, right? Unless like you have a decent amount of savings, my savings is okay, not as good as it was before. Like when I was homeless, for example. But yeah, it's not really a weekend really either, because you're kind of trying to find a job, and you're like kind of anxious, and you gotta keep looking at your phone and see if there's a job that you could apply for. It's a pain in the ass. Oh yeah, I done DoorDash last week and Lyft. It's not too bad for like a little side. Like you can definitely do it like during lunchtime and evening and night, and you can make decent money there. I used to do it in Philly with an electric bike when COVID was around, and I always liked that the most out of all the jobs I worked at. Just rode the e-bike around the city, and I would make decent money when COVID was around. I'll say the gig apps are good for people that can't stand these toxic coworkers, and say you want like a flexible schedule, right? But the unfortunate part is like they don't pay as much, and eventually you gotta get like a job that's like full time, Sucks. Yeah, I was not able to sleep, man. I had a lot of insomnia, and I was not feeling good. I just felt like I shut down, from this job. It's like a fucking pain in the ass. What job do I have? I'm a landscaper, but I'm thinking about leaving. I'm debating, because I haven't been going since Wednesday, because my boss was acted passive aggressive, and he was trying to blame shift me and my one coworker of cutting this foundation block for this retaining wall, and when really he cut it, and he just doesn't want to take accountability for his mistake. And I dealt with this guy's micromanaging for a while since I started, and 2 people left already, and this one guy that left this week would drive my one coworker back home because he has bad vision. And now they're trying to make me drive this guy home every time I'm done work, and I don't want to spend this guy's not going to give me enough money to put in my tank for that. It's just toxic, the job, a little bit, It's starting to not get tolerable. It's a pain in the ass. And the thing is, they're not giving me enough hours too. The ground's gonna get frozen, especially next week. It's gonna start getting cold. There's gonna be not enough work except snow, and it just ain't worth this job. But I'm still debating if I want to keep it or not. My mental health isn't right now. It's just, I can't, these jobs kind of just really mess with me. So, the Messiah, Yeah. The Messiah's right here. Go out there and pray. Stop being a non-believer. He's right behind the tree. If you pray some more, he'll appear. Just go. Just have that mindset that you have enough faith and things will get better and Jesus will pop out of the tree. What's up, Ray? Yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess, with these Christmas lights and shit. It's okay, I guess. It's cool to see. Yeah, we'll be doing video requests and reactions tomorrow. Try to get to some people. Try to do some reactions of my own, too. I want to start doing that now. Watch some videos and check them out. What's up, Sage? What's up, Simon? What's going on, man? Rockets beating the Nuggets up. Hey, you told me. You told me that they were gonna win. Crazy. Crazy that the Rockets won, though. I would think the Nuggets would win that shit. Oh, you're gonna watch the game? Yeah, definitely watch it, man. Who's OKC first then? I'm at Falls Park. I'm at seeing the Christmas lights. They put them up tonight. So I want to just check it out and walk around. I was thinking about doing like Lyft. I don't want to pick up drunk people tonight, so I'm just gonna walk around. Trying to keep my mind off things. Yeah, just believe in God and things will get better. When you believe in God, the sky will start turning brighter. Yeah, yep. Even like a job that pays decent or even pays good can make you feel like garbage, you know. It doesn't even matter what kind of job it is. Yeah, I guess that's pretty cool, this shit. Changes colors, I guess. Kind of cool. What are you talking about? People need God more in their life. If you pray to God more, your financial stability will get better. Your needs will get met. Yeah, I agree, man. It's crazy people say you need God when really the people need to actually do something to the economy. That's just what people say when they don't know how to fix something, you know. What's up, Andrew? What's going on, man? Yeah, it looks pretty cool though, with the waterfalls. It's pretty nice. They have a lot of Christmas lights out here. Yeah, I mean, there's no proof of God. There needs to be proof if it's real, you know? I don't think it's real. It's just something that humans made up to try to figure out how this world came to be and try to manipulate people into, you know. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, man. I'm already looking at jobs constantly, and I'm like, if I can't find, like, say if I do quit, I can't find something on Indeed, I'm gonna go a temp agency, you know. I'm really debating on it, so I don't want to deal with this guy. I feel like it's gonna get worse. No, you need to start believing more and stop saying boo to God. That's just negativity. Go out to church and start getting baptized. You need to start like, see the light. What's up, Narnia? What's going on, man? I used to work at this place. It was like grounds maintenance. I used to like put like Christmas lights up a little bit, kind of like this. I guess if you have your own side, you can make decent money with putting Christmas lights up. Yeah, they must have been doing this whole week. The people that put the Christmas lights up. Yeah, I agree. Philosophy is the answer, right? Religion is just another way to control people. That's what that is. Yeah, it is a human construct, yeah. I mean, without humans, if you're the only human here, you wouldn't even know what God is. That's what it is. What's up, Figment? Yeah, I'm not a fan of like these non-believers and people that don't want to go to church and just say that I need proof when really God created all this. God created that waterfall over there. If you don't believe that, then there's something wrong with your head. Take some medication. Go read a Bible some more. A lot of people here. Gotta watch out what I say in a religious fucking area. Yeah, do what you're told, and you'll go up to the kingdom. Yeah, right. If you don't want that option, right, then people will disown you. You know. Yeah, walk across the bridge. Yeah, normies are out, yep. Good amount of them. Gotta watch out what I say out here. You need to start reading that book. Start contributing to society. Start volunteering at the church. Go out there and go to Sunday school. Saying boots of the Bible isn't going to change your life. Start reading from page 1 to 1000. You'll start having a better life. You know, the thing is, like, you could be a pastor and make a lot of money. On my old channel, I did like a video request for someone, and there's a guy that I saw on my phone that made $1 million a year just preaching about God, you know? Like, you could literally just be an atheist and just lie about that, you know? You just gotta be very knowledgeable about the Bible and all that stuff, and the verses. Some music playing out of that. Oh man, that would be a really big upset. The Jazz beat the Thunder right now. My goodness. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes people can get too into the Bible and God, and, you know, it gets in their head, I guess. Yeah, right. If there is really a God, God doesn't really care about people going through pain and suffering out there, right? Sounds pretty evil to me if there really is one. Yeah, they are. They really rebuilt that team for like 7 to 10 years. I don't think even that long. Probably like 5 to 7 to 8 years or something. Yeah, they are like a 2K right now. Crazy. Talking about animals, sacrificing animals. Well, that's justified. That's okay. If you do that, then you're sacrificing for the Almighty. You're doing it right. Yeah, go out there and cancel negativity. Where are your earphones? Where are those earphones that cancel out negativity? That's what I do when I'm surrounded by these black pillars, these dubas, these non-believers. They're these anti-wookers, these non-conformists. I just put these cancel earphones on and I act like I don't even hear any of that bullshit. Yeah, be a pastor, yep. There's a guy in Africa that's making a lot of money over there. Preaching about God, you know? The lights are pretty cool here, I guess. Something to see. I don't see a Jesus Christmas light. Where's that? Yeah, I mean, the Thunder is better than the 73-win Golden State Warriors team because they won a chip, you know? That 73-win Golden State team didn't, you know? Was there a religious troll? Not that I know of. Nah, I seen right now. Could be. I mean, I did see some people, like, when I moved here, like, flash a sign saying that, pray for Jesus or something. I seen that. So. Damn, no look passes. Yeah, I can see why you may compare him to Jokic, but I don't think he's on Jokic's level yet. He needs to prove himself a little bit more, in my opinion. Yeah, right? Don't talk about that shit. They do it anyways. Yeah, that's only if it's like, if you're against those things, then they don't want to hear it from you. You grew up in Missouri, Race? That's cool, man. $8 a win over the Nuggets. Yeah, I think the Nuggets are going to win, though. Believing his God is childish. You really think so? I think you're the childish one questioning if God is real or not. Go out to church and actually pray. Go out and have a purpose. Be fruitful and multiply, and you'll start noticing that God is real. Don't be challenging people like me that it's childish. No, it isn't. You know what's childish? Like these non-believers saying, where's the proof? That's childish. You know what I say to that? You know what I say? I say that you gotta go to hell. That's what I say. Pray for peace. Yeah, I mean, in a metaphor standpoint, I understand that praying is like hope, you know. Nothing wrong with hope. Sometimes if something that like is like life threatening, I guess I understand why people pray and hope that things get better, you know, but it's not guaranteed it'll get better when you pray, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, this world's never been peaceful, I don't think. The only way it's peace is when, you know, go under here. Damn, no look to read Shepherd? Damn. Yeah, you might be competing with Jokic right there. Jeez. Yeah, honk your horn for Jesus. That's what I do it when I drive my car and I see a group of people on the sidewalk. I roll my window down and say, "Pray for Jesus," and people cheer me on. I mean, I think a lot of people may not like religion, but they do believe in God, I guess, you know. That's probably what it is. Jesus is with his 12 disciples, and they're doing shit for fun after the Last Supper. Yeah, what is Jesus doing? People are going through stuff, and he's all knowing. He's all powerful. Yeah, people need to agree to disagree, even though, like, say, even like with God and religion, it's the same thing, you know. I mean, I have a friend that's a Christian and believes in God. I don't put him down because he believes in it, you know. I still think it's crazy how people believe in it, but you know, people need to agree to disagree and move on from that stuff. Difference of opinions. I mean, I guess I'm an agnostic atheist, so I don't know. It could exist, but I don't think so, to be honest. There needs to be proof. It's a curse. Yeah, I agree. Because you never had a say. And if you're living a life that is challenging and it's making you feel worse, then yeah, it is a curse, you know? Yeah, that's weird, man. People saying that in your videos. Yo, go and work out. Even though you're like doing dumbbell curls and shit. Yeah, I guess like with drugs too. I guess like if they can fuck with you too, you know. Self-control is what I think. .28 against the Cavs. Yeah, that's good, man. Yeah, he's probably one of the best centers in the league in a couple of years. Yeah, Instagram's very similar to YouTube and TikTok. Censorship's getting worse over there, or something. Yeah, I mean, if they had Tyrese Halliburton, they would probably be doing good right now, but he's just injured the whole season, unfortunately. I don't know, I like the Pacers. I like how they were like the underdogs last year. They almost won the finals, you know. They worked their ass off to get there. Yeah. People say that as a cope, I guess. People don't really want to tell the truth. It's like the looks, it's how you socialize, status, and stuff like that. But I guess if you have the looks, like, and you get a haircut and wear these certain type of clothes that could potentially make you attractive, it could boost you up, you know. pretty much. Really depends, I guess, what you look like in looks, Yeah, pretty much, yeah. They don't, most people don't like religion, how it's like controlling people and stuff like that, but people believe in God because they fear the unknown, and that's what that is, and other things. Yeah, the red pill stuff's very new right now. It's contagious. Yeah, it's been out for a long time. Yeah. Yeah, let them believe what they want to believe then. That's what I think, I guess. Can't really can't teach someone like that's too deep into it, What's up, mister? Up the score? Well, it's because it's like a way for them to cope. That's what it is. It's a way for them to have like this subjective purpose in life, and if they have this subjective purpose, they go to the kingdom, and it makes them not fear the unknown, Yeah, they won't get it, Nick. They won't. Yeah, Jesus would be smoking too much ganja. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I guess we don't really know what happens when you die, but I think it just makes sense to me when your brain shuts off. It just makes sense that you're gone. That's it. There's no other life. The only thing how people come to this world is just to like sentient beings doing something, and you're here. That's how you get to this life. That's how I know. That's the only information that I see. Yeah, those are religions that cause a lot of war and problems for people, and a lot of bad things in the Bible in both of them. Ridiculous. Yeah, faith and knowing is if they know that God is real, they need to show proof. Believing in something is just something that you believe is true, and you don't know, really. Yeah, that's something that we'll never understand, That's something humans will never come to that conclusion, is what I think. It's too beyond our comprehension. That's why people will say things like that, Nah, I didn't see the video. Send me the link, or I'll look it up when I'm done the live or something. Yeah, why don't God give us obvious sign he's real, right? Because God isn't real. That's what I think. God comes in mysterious ways. That's what they say. Yeah, I agree, Andrew. Yeah. Yeah, they'd still tell you to go to the gym. Look, I'm at the gym. You still try to tell me to go to the gym? What kind of... Sound like some trolls or something. Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything, right? You're just there to kind of build some muscle, that's it. Or you're doing some cardio, you're, you're getting a workout, that's it. It doesn't really mean much, Yeah, I guess, like, depends on the black pill, like, where you are in looks. Like, if you have potential with, like, if you wear certain clothes and it can make you look good, I guess that's like looks match, right? Maxing, I mean. Like, That depends where you're at in the black pill, if it'll work on you or not, or boost you up a tiny bit or something. Communication, that might be a tough one for people that struggle with their social skills. Like if they have autism, for example, I guess you can try to mimic normies and neurotypicals, but it's harder, you know. I guess like with the social skills, if you don't have the best social skills, your looks have to come in play, you know. Your looks have to like stand out more, you know. If that makes sense. Yeah, I like Raymond. I like his channel. I don't agree with his religion stuff or like certain things would work, but certain things like I'll say like with the feminism and how he's like calling it out. Like I agree with that. I think feminism can be too far, you know. And I'll say, like another thing too is I kind of learned some things from him when he talks about stuff in his videos too. So I like his channel. He used to come on my channel, my old one, and watch my videos and stuff. Yeah, I like his videos. Not crazy about him believing in God because I'm an atheist, but he's on point with a lot of things. Oh. Yeah, right? I think people are something else. Like they're more too selfish about themselves, and maybe it's because they can't trust others. I guess that makes sense, but I feel like if people try to help others and they were genuine, right? I think it would be better, you know, possibly. Yeah, his videos are kind of long. That's true. Yep. They are kind of long. Some of the videos are worth watching, the long ones, though. Pretty entertaining. But, yeah, I'm like in the middle with the work stuff he talks about. Some things I agree with, some things I don't. But I like him overall, though. I hope for the best for him. He should get a girlfriend, that's for sure. I thought Shelby and him would be a good couple, but, you know, Shelby was just not interested in that video, and she just wanted clout from Raymond, and that's, like, she just got all the audience from Raymond's YouTube. You know, that's what's going on, you know. We just don't care about our environment or anyone around us. Yeah, yep. People are careless, man. Yeah. I mean, we evolve, we have all this technology, but it's like we're trying to destroy ourselves, you know? It's like we are a failed species. Yeah, but he doesn't like passport bros, really. He doesn't like that lifestyle. That's the problem. I think he would definitely get something over there. Maybe some of it may be like with his height, because he's a tall dude, but a lot of it might be his status too, because he makes decent money from what I'm seeing on YouTube, you know. Yeah, people will cope with the alcohol and drugs because this reality is not sketchy. What am I saying? It's terrible in a lot of ways. What was that video about, Nick? What's wrong with them? I guess they don't want to feel like they fear the unknown. They want to have this purpose in life, and They want to feel optimistic, I guess. I mean, nothing wrong with being optimistic, I guess, in ways, but I guess God makes them feel that way. Sick of the black pill? Yeah, it's toxic, man. There's a lot of toxicity in there. I mean, I talk about it, but I try not to make it toxic. I kind of be realistic with stuff with it, you know? Some people are just too obsessed with like looks, and they don't really get the big picture, you know? Yeah, the black pills can be toxic in that way. People think it's like a defeated ideology, I guess, or whatever it is. The black pill, it's like give up, and there's nothing wrong with giving up in certain ways, but I guess it can be toxic in a way where it can hurt others and bully others and stuff, you know? You're going to hell, Sage. That's childish. Saying that God sucks. Guess what? You're going to hell. Satan's gonna suck your know what? And you're not gonna like that. Yeah, I have my passport though. Need money to go over there. If you have a little bit of money, you go to like South America. It can go pretty far. 10K can go pretty far in South America. Yeah, maybe best to get a better advisor, maybe. Oh, I appreciate that, Selwood. Yeah, I mean, at least we have online, we can find those type of people, but it sucks that we can't find these type of people in real life, because most people kind of think the same, you know? Kind of sucks. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's happening, though. Less people are, there's more people being virgins, Jay. It looks like it's happening, you know? Yeah. Raymond's the one that got her cloud. Now she's trying to make that videos that is messed up, by the way. Members only, you know? It's how pathetic that is. How's YouTube allowing her to say all this crazy stuff, you know? Crazy. People say, oh, that's self-inflicted, like male loneliness. No, it's not. It really isn't. It's more than just getting a partner, you know? There's men that have a hard time making friends. ABC News was even talking about that. Yeah, I mean, there is men that are toxic with women, you know, but it's just she's overgeneralizing. Like, there's men that aren't lonely and attractive that are toxic as fuck, you know? Man, and that shit annoyed me when I saw that video. I can't believe, like, that's on there. And the thing is, like, if a man was saying some stuff about women, you know, you'll not be a YouTuber no more. You'll get all this backlash even more, you know? Crazy. The thing is with Shelby, like, she has, like, videos that can be resonated with people. Like, I saw her autism video. That was a good video, but she wants to, like, have all this attention seeking and try to say lonely men are dangerous, and that's just false, you know? Trying to stir up, like, attention and wants money. Pathetic. Enough talk about that, though. Yeah, I guess it's a good fairy tale for kids if you want to read the Bible. Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, why she gotta take it out on all men? But I don't think Raymond was the problem either. I think she just is she's just not attracted to unattractive men, what she thinks, you know, that men, like what kind of men she's unattracted to, you know. That's what that video really is. But she had to make it seem like, you know, it's just a pathetic video, you know. What's up, Renegade? Yeah, it shouldn't be, it should be like things you can give up that, you know, that isn't gonna work, and you keep trying it. It keeps, it's like giving up acceptance. That's what it should be. It shouldn't be, you know, because you try to cope, you want to try to get through this life, right? And you don't want to feel like garbage all the time, right? Shay, stop crying about religion and seek Jesus and go on one knee like this. Open your mouth. Swallow that with pride. Jesus will be in your heart. Look forward to my 40s? Nah, not at all, man. I'm gonna be 31 next week. Not looking forward to it. I don't even know if I want to make it to then, you know. Yeah, I mean, I think less people are having kids, you know, pretty much. I feel like, I think most people are not having kids because of the economy. And I feel like there's people that want them, majority, but they simply are taking a step back because it's a lot of money, you know. But once the economy gets better, people will be having more children, is what will happen, you know. But yeah, I mean, less humans, less problems, you know. People don't really get that, I guess. No humans, no problem. Yeah, right? Yeah, that's pathetic when people are like that. It's a judgmental world out there, and, you know, it's not cool when people want to ostracize you all your life, even family. It's pathetic. Amish barbecue or Amish food? No, not really, but there's a place in Pennsylvania called Lancaster, and I did see some Amish places you can get food and stuff. I just never stopped by and tried it. Yeah, I disagree though, Rohi. That can affect your life, how you socialize in this world. Autism, like with the sensory issues, for example, like if someone has sensory issues and has autism, is hearing that music right there. Someone like me with autism, I don't have sensory issues, so it's not going to affect me as much. But someone with sensory issues right there hears that music, it's going to affect them. And it's going to cause them to have a lot of anxiety and like panic attacks. And it just overwhelms them, you know? Like their 5 senses are just amplified more, for example. And even if you don't have like sensory issues with autism, it can affect how you socialize with people, you know? I guess one thing is, like, if you have a special interest, right? And that special interest helps you get a quality of life, maybe that's one good thing. But I just think it's just you being good at something. I think autism isn't a good thing. It affects how you communicate with people, you know? And yeah, a lot of people with autism are comorbid with other things like depression, you know, because a lot of times people with autism want to try to have friends. They want to have a romantic partner or something. And they could develop depression because of it, and all this bullying that happens, right? They're more susceptible to bullying. And then you could be comorbid with like ADHD, or you can have autism and like schizophrenia, you know? This can affect someone's life pretty much. And yeah, it depends where you're at on the spectrum. Like maybe if you have the looks with autism, it may not affect your life as much. You may get treated a little better, but maybe if you do have the looks and your autism's kind of very noticeable, people will treat you like garbage still. It really depends. I think if you're like level 1 and you have the looks and you have the luck or something, I think you'll be okay in life a little bit, you know. It really depends, I guess. I'm just too much rambling with that. Too much. We'll do some more videos about that too. What I think of gun violence, I think it's the person using the gun. I don't think it's the guns that are the problem. When you give someone the gun and they have problems and they are using it for violence and they're trying to like mass kill people and stuff like that, you know, that's up here, you know. It's not the gun. Like if I leave the gun here, say I left it here, right, where my phone is laying, it ain't gonna do nothing, you know. I feel like the gun problem is this needs to be more mental health awareness, and people need to, you know, it needs to be more stricter, I guess, in a way, with people trying to get a gun, with mental health and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I wish I was never born either, you know? I mean, even though I grew up, like, middle class, upper middle class, I never really grew up in poverty. There's a lot of things in my childhood that affect my life, you know? And it's making my adult life kind of hard, you know? I wouldn't want to bring a child in this world and give them, like, the genetics I gave them, like bipolar and autism, or, you know, this world, besides my problems, there's a lot of bad things in this world, you know, so. Yeah, you should maybe try going to Lancaster, Race. That's the Amish country over there. It's like, an hour and a half, 2 hours from Philly. They probably got some good food over there, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it's a good thing too. Less people, less problems, you know. There's a lot of people that have money, right? And they bring kids in the world and they're not good parents still, you know. So it's I think it's a good thing. Yeah, it is an insult. Yep, it's basically ableism right there when someone says that. It's not cool, you know. Yeah, I guess the government can, if they're corrupt, they can take advantage with the guns and stuff, you know. Yeah, too much government control isn't good either. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, Rohai, I don't think it's like your autism that made your life better than the neurotypicals, you know? I think it's just you that you got out there and you were able to make more money, and there was a lot of luck involved. And I guess maybe since with the autism where Um, it made you not want to hang out with others, right, or something. It made you focus on yourself. Made you focus on the things that would help you get out of poverty or something, right? And you're in there, you know. The thing is, if autism was making people's lives better, then why is there so many people with autism struggling? Why is there people with autism have a hard time keeping a job? Why is there people with autism, like a lot of them go in group homes, a lot of them go in shared living homes? Not every person with autism's able to. I guess it depends on where you're at on the spectrum, but I'll say this though, it's good that you're living a better life though than like what people perceived you in the past, and probably your parents, I'm assuming, you know. What's up, Lucario? Yeah, sometimes like going out in public can make you fear a lot of things, you know, because people could be nosy, people can be judgmental, you know. So yeah, it sucks. It comes from past experiences too with that.
They spit our food. They live to serve.
They have a viral sandwich that people love. What kind of sandwich is that? Honeybrook? I don't think I heard of Honeybrook. That might be somewhere in the somewhere in the middle of PA somewhere. Possibly near Lancaster or maybe Hershey, maybe. Yeah, it's too easy to get a gun because of the black market, I guess, maybe. People could just get it easily. Yeah, it needs to be harder for people that aren't mentally there, you know, that are trying to get a gun. They shouldn't be having one. Yeah, I mean, I'll admit though, Rohai, there's a lot of neurotypicals that are conformists, you know. Majority of those people are conformists. Most neurodivergents, I think it's either, if you're neurodivergent, you want to try to fit in with these neurotypicals, or you stay away from them. You want to not be conforming, you know. But at least, like, you don't let your autism affect your life, though. That's good. It's not fucking like making you struggle or anything like that, you know. Yeah, I think it's a mix of effort and luck, though. Sometimes, like, if you put in the effort, right, sometimes it may not work. Maybe you put in the effort and you got those connections, for example, and that's kind of luck based too, you know. But yeah, I think it's good that you worked hard to get out where you came from, like poverty, for example. Now you're living a better life, you know. It does take a lot of effort to get out of there. Yeah, there's luck involved, but yeah, it does take a lot of effort. Yeah, not all copes last forever. Sometimes they'll get boring and you're like, they don't do nothing, you know. It's like smoking a cigarette. It feels good, then you're smoking another one. It doesn't feel good no more. It doesn't feel like a good cope no more, I guess. Yeah. Black market, I think, with the guns. Yeah, that's true. I'll agree with that, Rohai. Because of their childhoods, you know. They have like childhoods that were traumatic, like at school, or even like parents can be abusive to their like people with autism, you know, like their kids with autism. I mean, so it makes them think that they're not good at anything. They self-doubt themselves. They feel that like even though they could be potentially capable of doing something, all that name calling, all that bullying, all that stuff hurts them, you know. That's kind of like me, you know. I kind of feel that way. Not easy to get out of that. Learn helplessness, especially with autism, you know. Yeah, they can be subcopes. Yep. Yeah. Yep. There's ways you can get a gun. You just pay for it, and that's it. Yep. But I guess there's like, you go to a place and it just need a license to carry. Mental health needs to be good for people to have a gun. It needs to be more stricter in that sense, I guess, you know, because it's the people that do it. It's not the gun, you know. What's up, 4chan Diaries? Yeah, is that like a bad area race? What, going on East Cleveland? Yeah, it's kind of like Philly. If you're like in North Philly, you gotta watch your back. West Philly's kind of the same. At least here, I don't need to watch my back. It's kind of pretty safe. More of a police state to me. I'll say that's one good thing about living here. It's pretty safe. So. Yeah, that's good, Rohai. That's a good thing. Definitely not easy to have that mindset, though, when when your childhood is like unbearable, you know. It's like you really got to focus on yourself a lot more. That's what it seems like it's to be, or something. What's up, Edwin? All right, I'll see you, Andrew. It was nice talking to you, man. Oh, yeah, of course, yep. I'm not saying it's just neurodivergence. I think neurotypical people can struggle a lot too, you know. Neurotypical people can struggle with making friends. They can struggle with getting a partner, getting a job also. They can have social anxiety, right? Which affects their, like, socializing. You know, it doesn't discriminate. Anybody can struggle, right? But I feel like neurodivergents are kind of more susceptible, like with that, you know, with a lot of things, unless they, like, say someone that is neurodivergent, their condition or something doesn't affect them as much. It's like mild, is what I'm trying to say, or maybe they were born with parents that had money, you know. Maybe their parents weren't abusive. Maybe they weren't bullied in school as much, you know. But usually when you're neurodivergent, it's like you're more susceptible to struggle in ways, and if you don't have a support system, you don't have things to back up your neurodivergence. It is harder, you know. And I guess when you're neurotypical, you can struggle though, but it's that's just basically what I'm saying. I'm just gonna keep going backwards with that. Hard to talk when it's cold out. Yeah, don't put in effort in things that don't work. I agree, man. Because it's pointless. It's best to give that up, right? Yeah, but some people try to get better though, and things just don't go well for them. They get bad luck, you know. But I think it's worth trying to put in the effort to try to get better if it's going to potentially like make your life more quality, you know. So yeah, yep, that's generational trauma right there, Mr. Up in the Score. They pass that on to their children, you know. And why would they keep doing that? You know, they always have this mindset saying, "Oh, I'm gonna have kids, and I'm gonna be a better parent than my parents. I won't be abusive to my kids. I'm gonna prove that to my children." And that's not always the case. They can have a kid and they could be abusive to them just like their parents, or even worse than their parents. You know, and a lot of times generational trauma could be a form of genetics, right? It could be epigenetics right there. So people don't seem to get that part either. Can pass on to their kids. Yeah, because there's people out there that don't care about you. It's like, why would you care about others? You know, I guess earlier we were talking about people out there that, like, people should care more for everyone, you know. I guess the thing is, like, you could care more for everyone and being overly empathetic, and it could affect your life, you know, because you could be disappointed by a lot of people trying to care for so much, you know. It can make you more depressed and anxious at times. It just feels better when you should care for people that actually show that they genuinely need help, right? Or they actually treat you good, you know? Then that's worth caring for somebody or people in general. It's because there's a lot of people that will take advantage of your empathy, and they want to use it to their advantage sometimes too, you know? That's what sucks about that. Will they break the trend? I don't know. I'm not sure. That's a good question. It's possible. I mean, I think they're the best team in the Western Conference. And I think they're able to, if things go right, and say, like, their stars are like not getting injured throughout the season. I think it's possible, you know. Yeah, I agree with that, Rohi. I agree, man. Did I ban him? No, I didn't ban him. No, I never banned him on here. He was on here for a little bit. Yeah, I mean, the only time I ban someone on my YouTube is they're really disrespectful, or they're trying to put others down on the live stream, or whatever it is. That's the only time I ban people, you know. But no, I never banned someone away here. You have to seek strength. Yeah, I agree, you know. As you try your best. I guess that's kind of what it is here. No, I'm fucking alive. Why are you thinking I'm dead? I just came out of the bushes over there. I'm out here. Out here sending a positive message to everybody. Making sure everyone goes to church on Sundays and stop thinking negative. and go out there and get 4 more jobs. Just so you can contribute. Just so you can participate and bring children in the world and just tell your children that I'm a hard worker. I work 4 jobs. Even though I'm not there to change your diaper, I'm always with you in your heart. I'm not fucking dead. You black pillars on this bullshit YouTube need to stop saying, oh, this positive guy's dead. Oh, no, I'm alive. Someone's well-being is unimportant when they prove it. It's stupid to care about them. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if the relationship is like toxic, it's messing with your mental health, and they're not genuinely liking you or loving you, right? Then yeah, it is worthless, you know? What's he do? He wants to make it zillions of dollars. He wants to build up some more, it seems like. Yeah. You'll be constantly weakened. Yeah, yep. I guess that's being overly empathetic, I guess, you know? You know? Where's Column? Yeah, I didn't remove that comment. That's for sure. It might be YouTube, possibly. YouTube may be doing that shit. I'm not even doing anything right now. Like, I didn't ban Sent My Own Way. I didn't remove people's comments, you know? I'm just walking and just talking. It might be YouTube or something, you know? Kind of weird. Yeah, because the world doesn't care, you know? That's what's messed up, you know? Why would you bring a kid in this world when the world doesn't care when you're at your lowest point, or the world doesn't care when, like, you're dealing with a problem, right? That's affecting your life. They just say bullshit things to you all the time. Well, that's acceptable. If you work on Sundays and you don't go to church, that's acceptable to me. As long as you're doing so, it's not like you're just relaxing on Sundays and you're just using your left hand and watching this bullshit black pill content like watching like Life is Overrated, or you watching like Set My Own Way, or you're watching like these Dumas on there. I can't even talk because it's just making me nervous just thinking about these people on YouTube. It makes me think negative, you know, but it's acceptable though if you work on Sundays and you don't go to church. Yeah, if your parent doesn't desire you, then yeah, you shouldn't care about that parent at all, right? You try to remove yourself from those parents. It's bullshit, you know? Yeah, yep. Yeah, because, like, if you don't care for yourself, like, with your mental health or things like that, like, you'll get worse, and people are going to be not caring for you when that shit happens, it seems like, you know? That's what's the messed up part is about this life. It's pathetic. Yeah, no contact. That's right, Race. Yep. Because if you keep talking to toxic parents, then you're going to feel more like garbage, you know? What kind of question is that, dude? I'm never gone. I keep living because I have an active lifestyle. I do manual labor like 6 days a week. Sundays I go to church, and then I do. That's how you live forever. You just say positive things in the mirror every time you wake up. And that's the lifestyle that everyone needs to live. I don't play games. I'm here to stop these end times from happening. People are just laying down, giving up. People don't want to do anything in life. You know what I tell them? That's bullshit. Yeah, the only time, like, you don't go to church on Sundays is if you have a job on Sundays, and that's the only time you don't go to church. Yeah, make you become toxic. Yeah. They try to manipulate you. They try to make you angry. They want you to become narcissists, and that's what happens when these toxic parents have kids and they're narcissistic. They make their kids like that, you know? That's what's messed up, you know? How am I gonna handle him? I don't know, man. He's a character, that's for sure. He doesn't want to stop. He don't want to give up. Like, I just go my own way, and I just hope he's not around me, you know? That's a good question. Thanksgiving? I'm gonna go to Minnesota Thanksgiving weekend. So I booked a hotel. I want to see what that's like over there. I'm gonna see a Timberwolves game, so I'm not gonna visit my family anymore. I'm not gonna even talk to them, you know? Maybe my brothers, I get along with them, but I just can't, like, what do I say? I just can't, like, go to these family gatherings anymore for what my parents been doing to me, you know? They didn't care when I was at my lowest state, especially my dad, you know? So yeah, I don't take bathroom breaks. I just have a diaper to use, and that's what everyone needs to get, diapers. So they don't even have to go to the bathroom and take a bathroom break. What's OCPD traits? Yeah, because money can get you a quality of life. When you have a lot of people around you, they can be toxic and they can make your life worse, you know? I can see why, man. Any tips on becoming rich young? I mean, I don't really know, to be honest. I was never rich, but I guess the best thing to do is don't getting into a lot of debt. Don't go to school, and I guess you just try to be minimalistic. Try not to be too materialistic. I guess if you invest in things that are worth it, that'll help you boost your income. I don't know. I guess that's what I would think, you know? So yeah, people always disappoint you more, right? Yeah, I agree, man. People are disappointment, even family. Yeah, yep. That's basically true, man. Money gives you a home. Family can make you homeless, potentially. Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, it is difficult, yep. You know, it's like you don't want to go. You want to stay away from family that are toxic like that. You don't want to gather around with them. Oh, I see. Cluster B. Yeah, I heard there's like a type A and type B, I think. I think type A is kind of more like the ones that are like more angry or something like that, right? I'm not really knowledgeable, but I remember looking that up one time. No, I don't talk to my dad no more. I got in a fight with him, and I broke some stuff in the kitchen, and that's how I became homeless. And I moved out to South Dakota here, like 4 months ago. And I thought I was gonna help him with his business, and I thought things were going well. I was working with him every day, and then I just couldn't handle his screaming and yelling, and he would try to put me down when I made a mistake. And yeah, my behavior isn't good either, because I would just react, and I would not be able to regulate my emotions right. But it's just like right when he called me lazy, and he didn't really consider that I was depressed, even though I told him that before he called me lazy. It just really was disrespectful, and he called the cops on me, and I booked it, and I was sleeping in my car. I was like sleeping in that cemetery mostly, So yeah, don't blame me, man. Going to family gatherings is overrated when you don't get along with them, If you get along with them, maybe it's okay, but if you don't, then yeah, it ain't worth going. Yeah, I kind of wish I knew that when I was younger, though, Rohi. I mean, I guess it could be possible, but it's a lot harder when you're older, I guess, Yeah, you have to make dangerous decisions. Yeah, more risky ones, yep. Yeah, yep. Yeah, there's a lot of dads that have too much anger, yep. It ain't worth it. Gotta stay away from dads like that. So people out tonight. Yeah, my dad's the same. My dad can't even control his anger at all. Like, he yells and screams. A lot of times he doesn't even want to take accountability. He doesn't even want to apologize hardly at all. That's what drives me insane. Yeah, yep. You start to see people's true colors when you have more money, I guess, People will be hating more. I guess people that have more money are hated more in this world. Yeah, yep. Yeah, your dad's the same. Yeah. It seems like we all have similar parents, We all have shitty ones that affect our adulthood, right? Worst position to be in is to need people. Yeah, most people disappoint you. Yeah, that's exactly right. I had a lot of people that disappoint me in life. Makes you want to be alone more a lot of the times. Yeah, walk on eggshells. Yeah, it's like you don't feel comfortable around your father, or just in his presence, right? Because it's just cringe when you interact with him, and he's just, you're afraid that he'll yell and scream at you, or he'll put you down, right? So I guess the thing is with me, it's just I just been suffering with this bipolar disorder my whole 20s, and it's just been affecting my life, and it still is. And I try to work on my behavior, because it isn't good either. I'm part of the problem as well, but I try my best. It's just like my dad just doesn't recognize that. He doesn't really get that I really struggle, like keeping jobs, and how I get depressed, like when I get triggered by something, or he just doesn't seem to acknowledge my problems. That just maybe just I just feel disrespected by him. So. Yeah, I mean, money can help you. It can save you from a lot of things, Can save you. Yeah, yep. You want to keep it low key, because if you tell people are going to ask for money from you, That's what that is. Yeah, that's what they say, yep. Look poor, so they can't recognize that you have money, you know? Yeah, this town's like ghost town, man. It's like hardly anything here. Yeah, my dad's a boomer, yep. So is my mom. My mom's a boomer as well. They have this, like, my dad's a workaholic, so he thinks, like, if you're sitting down and you're just chilling, like, he thinks you gotta be doing something, I grew up, like, I always felt like I had to do something around him, and it's, my dad's, like, toxic with that. Like, yeah, he's a good provider. I'm not gonna say he isn't, but he's not emotionally there when, like, I need it, and him being a workaholic, it just becomes toxic at the home, I don't know how to explain it, really. Even, I was talking to my brother about it. He agrees with me, Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, even though, like, people experience trauma, you don't want to pass it on to other people, You want to try your best to not put your stress out on your kids, because it can affect them when they get older, Yeah, that does suck, yeah. Because not all boomer parents are bad, but my boomer parents aren't good. my mom was the opposite. My mom was kind of basically living off the welfare, and she just she didn't work. She didn't really care about taking care of us, So I guess my dad just did everything, and he would get stressed out and he would put it out on me and my brothers, So fucking sucks. Yeah. I mean, I kind of wish I knew that when I was younger, man. It would definitely help instead of trying to fit in more, That's for sure. Man, I just don't like the cold in this state, man. My goodness. Man, I wish I, like, was able to think properly before I moved somewhere. Man, it just sucks when you're homeless and you're, like, stressed out. You don't know what to do, And then you just kind of, I mean, it was good that the cost of living's good and I have my own apartment and stuff, but it's just, the weather really affects my moods, and it just isn't for me. It just isn't the right fit. Something. Yeah, I think it's kind of like what you said, Rohi. It's kind of like I had, like, learned helplessness, like, in my childhood, because I was in special ed a lot throughout my school years, and I I felt like I wasn't good enough. I didn't know if I tried this thing, it would make it better. People made fun of me a lot. Even my own mom would kind of put me down about my autism, and it was very difficult to actually figure out and pursue things. It was definitely difficult for me. So, what made me decide? I think what made me decide was I wanted to live somewhere far away, which it is. It's like 20 hours away from where I'm from, and the cost of living is not so bad here. Like I can make 19 an hour and afford this apartment, which is pretty good. And I didn't want to live in Philly either, because that's what happened to me last year. I was like couch surfing, and I decided to live in the city with roommates, and it was very bad. That experience is worse than here, but at least here it's not so bad. I'm not gonna say it's terrible, but it just isn't the right fit for certain things. But yeah, the cost of living and being far away, I didn't really consider like the weather or things to do or things like that. Yeah, that sounds like some good food, Race. Gotta go in the kitchen and cook it for me. Yeah, it's cold out here, yep. My hands are kind of cold. It's gonna become 20 degrees here next week. It's gonna suck. I can't stand the weather here. It's terrible. Man, I wish I considered it more when I was homeless, but I had to make a decision quick. Hey, I guess another thing about the state too, that it's a low unemployment rate, so if you don't have a job, you could probably get a job here in like a week or two, probably. It's not like other places where the job market's not that good, and you have to wait longer to get a job. Like here, you could probably find something, but the thing is here, it's I feel like there's not a lot of variety of jobs. It's mostly like labor and retail and warehouse stuff is what I see. Yeah, that's where I should have went. I should have went to the south, pretty much. I moved to the wrong area. I was thinking about Florida, but Florida's expensive. If I went down there, my utilities would be higher than here. My electric would probably be like $100 some a month because of how hot it is. You'll be using the AC. And probably like using your car more, and just like cost of gas be higher. But yeah, I mean, I guess there's other places in the South where it's like it's cheaper, you know, but like you gotta be like doing your research on the job market down there. I kind of wish I had moved down south, to be honest. Somewhere warm. I don't respond well to this weather, really, you know. Yeah, it's best to try them now, like while you're alive, I guess. If you're capable of doing so. All right, great, man. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, you know. It's not easy, to be honest. I try my best, I guess. Yeah, expensive there, though. I've been to Cali a couple years ago. The weather there is nice. I liked going to Venice Beach. I went to San Diego. That was cool. But I guess like depending where you live in Cali, it looks like it's expensive overall. Like I looked up like the best places to do landscaping, right? And Cali was one of them, but it's just expensive there. It's the only problem. And even though they have a variety of jobs, though, that's the one thing that makes it good there. So, yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, I guess you could try putting the effort to try to make your life better, you know? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm trying, you know? I try my best, and sometimes, like, I gotta certain things, like, kind of make me, like, this job just makes my moods worse, and just, I just can't respond to stress well. Like, when I like, work a job that's too stressful, I just get worse, you know? I just kind of shut down. It's not easy. Yeah, I should have, but I had a limited time, man. I didn't want to spend all my money like that, you know? Being trapped. I should have. But yeah, I mean, it's still possible. Like, if I save my money here, I have time, I can move somewhere else, or if things really don't work out, I could just move back to Pennsylvania, you know? So, yeah, it does suck. I agree, man. I mean, I guess there's certain things in life that are good, but I don't think it's, like, worth bringing a kid to experience when there's a lot of potential that the kid could have a bad life, you know? I mean, there's a lot of places. I would like to go to, like, Florida or Arizona or Pennsylvania, like I said before. Maybe Ohio, because of even though it's cold, the cost of living is doable, and there's things to do. I was thinking Seattle, but I'm not sure about that place, really. I'm kind of very, like, indecisive right now. I'm just kind of, it makes me kind of anxious, like, thinking where to go. Sometimes I just kind of, I have to think for the moment sometimes. Sometimes I gotta be grateful that even though I'm not crazy about living here, I'm grateful that I have my own place with no roommates. That's something good. And I'll say another thing is, like, I could get a job and I can afford it somewhat, even though I have to be frugal still. So, yeah, sometimes it just makes me kind of nervous and anxious thinking about it all the time, you know? Even though I still want to. I want to live somewhere else. I just can't, like, think about it too much. It's just, I overthink it a lot. Yeah, that's the Midwest right there, Wisconsin. That's a cold state. There's probably going to be some snow there next week. It's probably, like, where I'm at, too, you know? Yeah, though, it's probably because they were born in circumstances they never asked for. They never asked to be born in poverty, for example, and then they just have to fight all their life to get out of there, you know? It's just not an easy thing to do, and that's something I can't relate to. I never grew up like that. So it's something. Bangladesh lamb meatballs and spicy chicken wrap. Those things look good, man. They don't look too bad. Yeah. Makes me want to cook some food tomorrow. I have some ground chicken and some ground turkey. I think I'm going to make the chicken. I'm trying to not buy takeout too much because that can eat up your money, you know? Trying to chill out with that sometimes. Oh man, I can't even grab my keys. It's so cold out here. Holy shit. Damn, man. They look pretty good, the mangoes. Yeah, there's probably some good food in Ohio. I would probably definitely visit and check it out, you know? Oh, man. Jesus. There we go. Finally inside. Damn, I can't even get these keys out. My hands are just so cold. There we go. There we go. It's dark in here, but we'll turn the lights on. There it goes. Yeah, not easy, man. I guess I could think better when I'm not living in a toxic household. That's for sure. I think that what makes me think a little better living here. That's a good thing because when I'm alone, I can calm down better than someone at the house just trying to make it worse, you know. So yeah, I do agree with that though. I'm not gonna deny that. Yeah, research for better. Yeah, that's true. You know, I'm not gonna disagree. Yeah, it's just hard for me because of like these jobs, and it's hard for me to just keep one. You know, really is. Yeah, I think it's a joke, man. I don't think it's a maybe though. Yeah, adapt to handle it better. Yeah, sometimes like um, sometimes not everyone can adapt to every single stressful job. You know, I know certain jobs I can't do. It's sometimes like sometimes wisdom can kind of help you figure out what jobs are suited for you, which ones aren't. You know, that's kind of like where I'm at now. Like I know what jobs not to apply for and what jobs to apply for now. Because if I apply for a job that's too stressful for me, I won't do well. You know, like especially with bipolar, where if you work a stressful job, it could trigger a manic episode. And that happened to me many times. You know, like I can only do so much. Yeah, having a hard time shaking it off. Yep. It's always the people at the job that make it kind of worse with that, you know? Gotta head to the gym. What you hitting, Shay? Be cool, man. Yeah. Thing is, like, if you improve in something, it just doesn't work out. Nothing wrong with giving up on that too, you know? At least you put in the effort, right? Yeah, it does get hot in the summer there. I went to Miami a good amount of times, and right when you walk outside, it's you sweat. The humidity's crazy over there. I don't know. I kind of like the heat better than the cold. That's just me, like as a preference. It's just weird how like I made the decision to move up here and it's just cold. You know. I thought it'd be similar to Pennsylvania. It really isn't. It's actually worse. You know. It's not easy. Yeah, it is rough. Yeah. I just hope people can get better lives. You know. I don't want people's lives to get worse. It's just terrible. Yeah, yep. Especially with the system, you know, it's not easy, and not everyone's capable of doing these certain jobs that can pay you a lot of money, right? So it's eh, like it should be like everywhere you go, like you should be able to afford like your basics, right? You should be able to afford like say like an apartment, you know, like this, like no matter where you live, but just like these places just make it harder because the cost of living is high. I pay 630. It's doable here. Like I did my research on these apartments, and um, I made sure that like I can afford it. So it's like this apartment here, I would be paying like from 1100 to 1600 where I'm from, which is something, you know. Yeah, that's pathetic. Yep, he didn't want to take care of you as a child. Sounds like your dad didn't even want to have a kid. Why would he do something reckless in the bedroom then? That's pathetic. That's good you got out of there and you're living a better life though, Rohai. They don't deserve your help, you know. You gotta do some painting. Yeah, that sounds like a good cook though. It's a good cook there. Yeah, that's what I heard about Florida. Florida's rent is high. It, like, I guess that's what's good about Chat GPT, and like you can look up like what is a good like what is like say if you what is like the what am I trying to say? Like if you made like 19 an hour, can you live in Florida? AI would tell you like it would be very difficult. So it's I guess that's what's good about the AI stuff with that. Yeah, Florida is even though they don't have no income tax, it's they're high with a lot of stuff from what I heard. You know. Yeah, that is the truth though. There's people that guess will lose or win, but at the end of the day, no one is a winner or loser when they're dead. You know, but I guess society, what society thinks is a winner or loser, I guess society dictates that. You know. Yeah, but I'll say it's not like not everyone is capable of trying to make their lives better. You know, sometimes they're born with these genetics that make them incapable of making their lives better. That's messed up. You know, it's terrible, and they don't even have the support of parents either, or anything. That's just pathetic. You know. Yeah, the Carolinas. Yeah, I remember when I was manic 2 years ago, and I was living at my brother's place. I was so close to living in South Carolina, but glad I did it. I would be living with some random girl the whole time in Charleston, I think. But I heard the cost of living in Charleston's kind of high, but there's other places in South Carolina, like Greenville, I saw that are doable with the cost of living. Um, I heard North Carolina is kind of not too bad either with the cost of living. Even though you still have to be frugal, you know, like if you're just making a living wage, it's doable than other places. Yeah, Alabama's housing market's low too, lower than others. The rent's lower. I don't know if someone will want to live there if there's not a lot to do. You know, it's I guess it just depends. You know. Yeah, yeah, life isn't easy though. I mean, I agree with that, man. It definitely isn't. You know. Yeah. I mean, I guess if you hope in putting in the action, you hope that trying this thing will improve your life. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. If you combine hope with that, universal health care. Yeah, I guess the only thing with that is you just hope that inflation wasn't doesn't go up with that too. But I think that's where I mean, if I want my tax dollars to go towards something, I would want to go towards universal health care. I wouldn't mind that. How like I'll say with me, like when I went to the mental hospital, I only went for a week just to get my medication like readjusted because I was so manic and stuff. Uh, I owe like $7,000 just for a week, and it didn't really help that much because the medication made me worse. It was just there to calm down my mania the whole time. So yeah, now I owe 7 grand. I would like to pay it off, but it's just hard for me to keep these jobs. So yeah, it is good. I did my research on that. I mean, there's rent that's higher here. Like if you're just gonna look at apartments.com, you're gonna look at like $1,000 rent or 1,200. But I went on Facebook Marketplace and found it, and I checked it out when I was visiting here. It looked good. That's one thing. I just like this apartment though. It's really nice here. Not bad. Yeah, it is unheard of major city. Philly is just it'll be expensive, or where you're at, Phoenix, it'll be expensive. Yeah, Phoenix. Yeah, I looked up Phoenix. I think Phoenix looks good too. I've been looking it up a lot. I think the utilities will be more expensive than here, but I think it's doable if I want to live somewhere warmer. It'd be stuff to do, and I think if I made like 19 an hour, for example, uh, I think it wouldn't be as bad as like living in Florida, you know. And yeah, there is more jobs. That's something here that sucks, kind of. Is there is a low unemployment rate, but I don't feel like there's a lot of variety of jobs here because of even though there's not a lot of people here compared to other metros, right? So, and yeah, like if I want to do like landscape, for example, Phoenix would be a perfect spot. I would do that all year round. I wouldn't have to worry about like like this happening here where it's getting slow and I have to find something else probably. So yeah, yep. I was in Miami, and there's a lot of people that speak Spanish over there. There's a lot of people that are Hispanic, and most places it's like you gotta be bilingual or something. Miami's expensive though. That's a place that's high. Like I heard Jacksonville's cheaper, and Tampa's a little bit, but it's still more expensive, I think, than Phoenix. I think. Yeah, I mean, I think that's one thing I heard about Phoenix too is there is a crime there. I guess depending on the neighborhoods. I guess. I mean, that's every city, but you know. Oh yeah, I heard of Angry Grandpa. Yeah, that guy was funny, man. Yeah, I didn't know he lived up North Charleston. Yeah, I guess while you're living, I guess it matters. I guess. I mean, I guess if you're say if you're making money and say you're not a billionaire, you're not a millionaire, you're making enough, you're comfortable, you're content, and you're not struggling with bills. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with someone like living minimalistic and uh, they're frugal with their money and they're okay with that. I guess it depends on the person, I guess. Feel pretty safe in Phoenix. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it obviously depends on where you're at. I mean, that's like the same thing in Philly. Like, if you go to North Philly, that's sketchy as shit. But if you go, like, South Philly and on the east side, it'll be safe, for the most part. Or Northeast Philly. Yeah, I mean, I agree, man, but it's not an easy thing to do, getting more money. I mean, it's worth putting the effort, but you know, I think a lot of that shit can be luck based too. A lot of times. I mean, if you avoid medical bills, it can affect your credit. It can affect your credit score. That's the problem. And my, I've been paying mine for a little bit, and then it went to collections, which pissed me off. You know, I didn't have anyone notify me, and I could have paid them off when I was living with my dad, and I could have paid him off if he didn't let me go homeless. And it wouldn't be an issue, but now it's an issue, and I have to pay. I'm only paying a little bit because I can't afford like these, like the medical stuff. You know, it sucks. Um, yeah, it affects your credit though, from what I heard. Yeah, I don't consider myself a nihilist though, man. Really. Yeah, I know who Life Outrage is. I used to react to his videos on my old channel and stuff. Yeah, I like what he has to say. Like I don't really watch him a lot, but I think he has a lot of good things to say in his videos and stuff like that. Especially about like how the world is messed up and why it's selfish to have kids. Like I agree with him on that, you know. It's good to have more people talk about that stuff, you know. You can't even get a cardboard box. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, New York City's a joke. You can't even afford anything up there. You gotta make a lot of money to live there. That's for sure. Yeah, I heard Tucson is I looked that one place up too, is cheaper than Phoenix. It's the cost of living's cheaper there. Yeah, I believe it. I think there is a good amount of jobs in Arizona. It does make me want to check it out, you know. So I don't really want to move back to Pennsylvania. I really don't. I really want to try to move somewhere else that's warmer and some place I could work all year round if I do like landscaping, for example, right? And I can tolerate the weather. And I mean, yeah, I guess the heat can affect my moods also, but I think the dry heat I can handle more than the humidity heat. So I noticed when I work in the humidity outside, I my moods could get off, and I need to drink a lot more water. You know, I need more electrolytes. So I think the dry heat's a little different, and I think that's something I can tolerate more than obviously live in the cold. You know, so. Yeah, I'll tell you this. I'm not fulfilled by this life, that's for sure. Cosmicism. Yeah, I do agree with it, man. I did a video for you for that. I think the universe is pointless and it doesn't care about what the people are going through in this life. Yeah, that's something that I looked up too about Jacksonville. It's the crime is kind of bad over there. There is high crime in certain areas. It's kind of like what Couple of Beer said. It depends on where you go, but yeah, Jacksonville has a lot of crime there too, from what I heard. Yeah, true. I guess you know some people. It's the learned helplessness, I guess, Rohi. You know, being comfortable in poverty. So I should eat cheese. I mean, I eat cheese though. I mean, I have a good amount of cheese in my fridge. Yeah, 7K for a week. Yep. I guess that's the punishment I get for being manic, and I spent all my money traveling too. That was a huge problem I had. I I drank a bunch of alcohol too, and I there's a thing that happens when you have bipolar too, uh, where it affects your sleep cycle. And I went to LA, and it was like 3 hours before like the Eastern time, right? And then I was done there. I would come back to Pennsylvania for a couple days. That would affect my sleep. And then I forgot my medicine. I went to Spain. I, that really messed up my sleep, and when I didn't have my medicine. I was drinking like crazy over there, and I was uh I was really manic. I was like going without sleep and stuff, and it was really bad. Basically, it was probably one of the worst manic episodes and stuff. Yeah, Life Outrage is a good YouTuber. I think he has, like I said before, he says a lot of good things in his videos. Let me buy you a drink. I want some chocolate milk. Finally off slavery. You gotta go back there again, T. Go out there and work some more. Yeah, I mean, you could be rich and you don't even know what to do with the money, though. I guess, and I guess I'm going off topic, and you could become poor. Guess you gotta be smart with your money, but yeah, but I mean, I guess even if you don't make as much money, you know what you're doing with your money. You're content. Like, I guess you're okay. What's up, T? Am I on semen retention? Nah, I don't do that stuff, man. I tried doing that one time. I tried doing no fap, and I only went a week, and it doesn't make a difference. It's good for discipline. That's it. Yeah, yep. Yeah, it's like the lottery. It's kind of like what it is with this shit. Yeah, because if you try when you're older, you have a lot more responsibilities. You have health problems, and it could get it hard. It'd be harder to get out of medical debt or something. Yeah, when you're younger, I guess that is the best time. Yeah, the world will change. People. Yeah, pretty much. Um, kind of. I guess my brother a little bit, but he's a little different though. He's more optimistic about stuff, and I can't really relate to my brother. He's the exact opposite of me. I mean, I talked to my one friend. He knows about my YouTube a little bit, but um, I can't really talk so deep to him like this. Like we talk about deep stuff, but there's like a limit. If that makes sense. Yeah, I need to do it for a year, and things will be on my lap, like $1 million, or I would be a player, and I would be able to be strong and lift 500-pound bench press. Planning on being poor. I mean, I don't really agree with that, to be honest. I mean, some people just want to get by. Some people just want to. Not everyone's planning on being poor. There's people that just rather be middle class. They want to just have a comfortable living. Guess shit like that. Um, but yeah, I guess I mean, I think everyone would like to have a lot of money, but it's just sometimes like you know that you can't be rich. Sometimes you might have to be content with like what with other shit. I don't know. I guess. Yeah, long-term retention. That's what I need to do. I need to hold my spoogie. Yeah. I mean, I never grew up in poverty, so I guess that's why I never really tried so hard to like kind of get rich or something, you know? I never grew up that way. I grew up like middle class, upper middle class. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty close to my brother though, but it's we just live different lives. It's just hard to like talk about things like this, you know. Oh, for the working class, yeah, the middle class is kind of uh gonna be gone. It seems like, you know. What do you mean? What do you mean by abundance? Yeah, yep. The world change. I guess you're right with that. Technology is taking jobs that the working class be does work on, you know, and it's affecting their lives. Makes sense. Yeah, it is. Yeah, third world country poor is different than American poor. I agree, man. Both. It sucks being poor regardless, you know. I mean, I don't consider myself in poverty, to be honest with you. I'm basically, they say like making 19 an hour in the state, you're actually like living a living wage, actually. I think a living wage, and it can be poverty in some places, but sometimes a living wage can be, you could be okay, you know? Like if I was making this in Philly, like I probably would be more poor, you know? But me making 19 here, it's not so bad. You still have to be frugal and stuff, but I don't consider this poverty though, you know? If I was in poverty, I would struggle a lot more, I guess. Yeah, they're good friends. They both like to bend over. That's they're both in common in that way. Yeah, yeah. If you were rich, you would not have to worry about money. I guess the one thing is, like, you can be rich if you don't know how to do it. You may not be rich for that long, you know? What's up, the villain? If you want a $20,000 PC, no problem. That, I don't know if I would want that, to be honest with you. Working class is poverty. I mean, I don't accept poverty. I'm just saying that I don't consider myself being in poverty living here, you know? I think what someone considers poverty is different compared to others, I guess, you know? So, always waiting for you when you get to work. Yeah, it's like my cousin. My cousin goes to work and he's anticipating for the boss. You're in denial? I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. I guess being rich is the only thing that matters in life. What's up, Daniels? I'm gonna make some, not make, I'm gonna eat some mangoes. Yeah, I know your portality, yep. Yeah, I know. Alcohol and drugs. Yeah, I can make a video for that. Talked about, I don't know, other channel, you know. Oh, did I screenshot that right? Yeah. No, I didn't go to work. I didn't go today. I'm debating if I want to quit or not, to be honest with you. Kind of looking at other jobs, and I'm trying to like calm my moods down, you know? Just kind of, you know. Yeah, I mean, money can only do so much, though. Like I told you on YouTube, you know, can't help you when you're having cancer. Like, it only can pay the bill. It doesn't go inside your body and remove the cancer cells, you know. But yeah, man, I agree with that for the most part. My boss hates talking to me. Yeah. It's like, why would you hire people and just not like talking to your workers, you know? It's not about, I guess, like liking. It's like you know, they should be able to communicate in a way. Yeah, it does feel good. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't like having my own place. It's just, I guess it's the location where I'm at. Just not crazy about, but it's it's better than what I had before. Um, yeah, I used to drink and stuff a good amount, but I don't drink as much anymore. It kind of, maybe I'll drink a beer or two or something, but I don't like to get drunk or and stuff like that on the regular. But I guess maybe like a IPA here and there would be kind of cool, just to sit there and relax. But that's about it, though. Like, I'll smoke cigarettes once in a while, but I don't do it too much though. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it helps you pay the medical bill and the money, but it doesn't help you when you're dying from cancer, though. You know, can only do so much. Yeah, that's good. Good that it helps you out, you know. Yeah, is that the Black Rock have to do with the housing market and stuff? Yeah, I think they take advantage of people that are trying to buy a home, you know, and is boosting up housing prices, and they're like big corporations, and it's eliminating like the private landlords, you know, where, you know, that's why I guess it's the housing market's fucking higher. I don't know that much. I don't know what that is really. I know like the BlackRock with the housing now. I'm not sure what that. I gotta look it up, I guess. I like to work out at night. Like, I guess in the evening if I chose from what you said, but I like working out at night because I don't see a lot of I don't see a lot of people taking up a lot of equipment, and it's just more peaceful at night. Yeah, I feel that, man. I used to drink a lot in college. I used to go to parties and stuff, and I would drink a lot there. And I did it until like I started my YouTube channel. I started to really slow down on that, and I would get drunk here and there. My my late 20s, you know, but it would still affect me. So if I want to go out somewhere, I would only drink one or two drinks or something. That's it. I wouldn't do it to get drunk no more. But yeah, drinking can without self control can be destructive pretty much. Yeah, that's all I gotta look up. You let the server you prefer to stream. Nothing wrong with that, man. You prefer what you prefer, you know. Yeah, I mean, if there's women just doing their own thing, that's okay, you know. But if they're trying to like be with their partner and try to act sexual and stuff like that, I don't think that's cool, you know. But I don't have a problem with women at the gym, you know. As long as they work out, they keep themselves, and that's okay. I don't know. Yeah, no, I understand, Shay. There's a lot of them that want attention seek too. Yeah, I still do. I mean, I can do. I don't have an addiction now where I buy packs and stuff like I used to. I just do it like as a reward, and I do it once in a blue moon type of thing. I don't think I would ever quit smoking cigarettes, really. I just don't do it when I'm stressed out. It's when I get addicted. I smoke when things aren't going well. When I was homeless, I was smoking a lot. But then once I moved here and after um, I quit that construction job, it was a lot easier for me to kind of quit, kind of doing it on the daily. And I just got back on just doing it once in a while. So yeah, smoking cigarettes is like if you want to quit it together and affect your life, it's not an easy thing to do. I used to be addicted to it for uh how many years? It was like 8 years, and I tapered off smoking, and the withdrawals were bad. I was like my hands and fingers were like numb, and I started having bowel problems, and I was getting more irritable and stuff. But then like eventually the withdrawals weren't so bad, and I was able to like not do them on the daily anymore, you know. And I just would do them once in a while, like how I am now. Porn too, yeah, that's a hard one too. That's the one where you can just do with self control too and rewards, I guess. I think having like self-control as a reward system kind of helps with those urges and with the addictions to me, you know. Ever since I had that kind of mindset, kind of helped me not be addicted to stuff, you know. But yeah, porn is not an easy thing to get off of. You're stressed out, you're bored, you go on the porn, you know.